All right, well, this video is going to talk about perspective shift, capabilities versus phases. All right, let's start with if we're responding to an event, a disruption, um, we basically start off with some goals. What are the goals that we want to have? What are our core capabilities that we need in the various areas, the key areas? And traditionally, we would say these are the phases of emergency management. We have mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. And you generally see that plans say, well, we go through these different phases and there's demarcations about when we're transitioning from one phase to another. But key areas, they differ from phases. Each key area has a bunch of capabilities within it needed to achieve your objectives. So what are the capabilities to achieve your objectives which allow you to achieve your goals before, during, and after an incident for all hazard types? So it's, in a sense, we're looking at the same thing, but we're talking about it and thinking about it a little bit differently. So key area is mitigation. That's the capabilities you need to reduce the probability and or the impact of an event. If you can reduce the probability an event will occur, um, that's mitigation. Or if you can reduce the impact should that event occur. Preparedness. So those are the capabilities that you need to have an effective response. And the capabilities might be in some of the training you do, planning that you've done, resources that you have. Response. That's the capabilities you need during the actual event to save lives, protect property and the environment, and basically to allow you to follow your plans. So those are always, whenever you see the incident action plans and the key things from an event, it's always, lives, property, environment. Get that stabilized and taken care of first. Recovery. So that's the capabilities you need to restore, rebuild, revise, enhance your plans and your community, whatever that is. So those are the different areas. Think of being capable. So it integrates your current efforts into an efficient and effective system. As we've talked about in many of the videos, we want good risk-based decision making. We want to allocate our resources properly and effectively and track the progress towards achieving our objectives and goals. So if we think about, we start off with what are the risks? Let's identify the hazards and let's do a risk assessment. So assess the risk that we have. And we look at what capabilities do we currently have to deal with that. Once we've identified that, we'll be able to do a gap analysis and see, okay, this is what we currently have. This is what we think we need. So let's build the capabilities that we need that we're missing, or let's enhance the ones we have. And how do we sustain and maintain our capabilities? Then we have our planning to actually deliver the capabilities during a response or the recovery. We validate them through testing and training and exercise, and then we review and update. Capability thinking is multi-purpose. Capabilities can be used in a wide variety of situations for numerous hazards and risks. So think about communications. If your capability, communications is part of each phase. It transcends just being in one bucket. It goes across all phases. So you need the capability to communicate. You use it before, during, and after an event. You use it in peacetime and wartime. You need it for many hazards and risks. So if you focus on your communications capability, you don't have to know what phase you're in. You might change things up a little bit depending on the phase, but again, the focus is the capability. If you focus on being physically fit and healthy as a capability, you don't need to know what game you're playing, what inning you're in, right? What period you're in. You know that you're capable because that capability of fitness goes across all of the different phases or time periods. So by thinking about capabilities, you're more likely to really build true resilience that allows you to adapt and to withstand disruptions and changes that you don't want. If you think of phases, you're going to spend too much time worrying about what phase you're in. Are we in the mitigation phase? Oh, have we transitioned yet? What's our trigger to transition? Sorry about that. Bumped a button. What's the trigger to transition? So you're going to think too much about that. So don't worry. Don't get hung up on what phase you're in. Um, Phases are messy. Events are messy. There's a lot of crossover between phases. There's a lot of overlap. It's not linear. I don't even know if it's circular, right? It's like a double helix. It's all over the place. Capabilities allow you to get things done. They go across functions, they go across phases, they go across time spans, right? Focus on your capabilities and you'll be better prepared and more resilient for whatever happens. Thanks very much.